shake with the electricity of love until I catch it too and start shaking, and then you explode with a love surge.
Let's start at the beginning. Clash of Clans is a classic, top-down multiplayer strategy game developed by Supercell. The game released in 2012, which makes it older than like half the middle schoolers nowadays, so let that sink in. The game is extremely intuitive. You're a chief trying to do your best by beefing up your village, upgrading a variety of buildings from gold mines to walls to cannons and castles. Buildings will get a lot more complicated and whimsical, but don't worry about that now. All you need to realize at first is that each building has its own function and upgrades that allow for more output and variety. The game is quite rewarding, especially if you're a fellow caveman brain who see, big number, and think, big number better, big number happy me. Or maybe you're just a fan of judging a man by the color of his walls. But it also has intangible rewarding aspects, like seeing yourself improve at tactics with consistency, or having a better base design than your war opponents. I mean, just think about this too. The game has been out for over a decade. I was like in elementary school when this came out. Like, I first discovered cock in the 3rd or 4th grade when another kid showed me his. From then on, I couldn't get enough of it. You never forget your first base either. For me, it was on my iPod Touch before they had accounts where you could like transfer between different Apple accounts. I mean, I had been upgrading the same walls since like Obama was in office. I still remember those commercials back then too, when mobile game ads were not completely rotted slop for pigs. I can still hear his voice. It's calming allure. I don't know why, but for me, the charm and marketing behind these early days of this game were amazing. Even the love still put into this game, the torrent of content-rich updates, is impressive. Probably just nostalgia speaking, but I never felt that same amount of developer love and community unity over their later games like Clash Royale or Brawl Stars, even though those games were still some of the best mobile games of all time. Okay, I'll calm down and stop worshipping this game for a second. It's just one mobile game of like millions that I feel the most nostalgia for, and I will never fully stop playing it. It's lasted longer than any other relationship in my life, so I can get real and admit that most of its difficulty later on is just watching a timer go down and having more than an ADHD TikTok's worth of patience for a minute. It is not impressive nor engaging really by modern terms. It's a little archaic when you look at fast mobile games with flashy movement, colors, and surprising graphics, but I don't care. I love it because of all that. It's like your good old friend. Let's just call him Randy. Randy's great. I mean, he still lives with his mom, packs Zins, and works on his blossoming rap career with Walgreens on the side, with no hopes, ambition, prospects, talents, inspiration, confidence, optimism, or discipline, but he's a good-hearted guy nonetheless. He may not be much of anything, but if he's one thing, it's loyal. You haven't talked to him since middle school? Okay. And he doesn't care, because when you see him again, his face lights up and he's ready to pick up right where you left off. No questions asked, no hard feelings, just chilling. That's Clash to me. It's not trying to be your favorite game. You could be dying on the side of the road and it would leave you behind, I'm sure. It's just the game that has always been there, able to fill time. You could be on the John, on break, on a road trip, in class. It's there. A perfect option for a little slot of time. In a world constantly exhorting you for all your time and attention, that's all it needs to be. Just there.